Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Link to the Past Randomizer 2022 Casual Boots Tournament Last 16 race between FoxLisk and Hitsuyan. I'm Rob J. Beasley. I'll be your commentator today. It's just me, so you've got to keep me company, chat. You can be my co-coms today. And yeah, we should be underway pretty quickly. I've got 2 accomplished runners today. Obviously, anyone who gets to the last 16 of any kind of tournament is going to be pretty good at the video game. I certainly know Fox a little bit better, a very accomplished speedrunner of this game, but yeah, Hitsuyan has plenty of randomizer chops as well. And we're underway. As with any mode with a standard start, we have to do escape first, but at least we get the boots and a sword to start off this one, so we can have some pretty quick escapes. The target here would be to try and get as close to 5 minutes as possible. Sub 5 escapes are possible in casual boots, but not easy. If you can get anything close to that, you've done a very good job. Bombs already, so it's nice to have before we get to Kakariko. We want to have a few bombs. So obviously with the boot start as well, we can bomb a rock after the lost with the bombs as well. So the options are pretty good. Fox going a little bit out of his way there to kill an extra guard, try and get some price pack information, but didn't get a drop. There's a bottle as well, so another nice thing to have early before you go to Kakariko for the first time. I know some runners do like to delay Kakariko in casual boots, but with some bombs in the bottle already, I wouldn't be too surprised to see both runners heading straight there after escape. Runners will want to be paying attention to if and when they find the map during escape here. If it doesn't show up, then you can skip the chest in Sanctuary, because we'll have to contain the map. Certainly haven't been able to use the maps here, not a mode where we need the information. We're getting a little bit bullied there with the green guard coming across and getting in the way of ball and chain fight, but still gets the well slightly ahead. What's going for that curse dash? I like it. It saves a couple frames if you do it well. They're not going for that dash, which saves all the frames and is quite easy. I think Fox might have forgotten slightly there. Doing some additional walking here. Sometimes speedrunner brain takes over, and you think you're just doing escape from the beginning of an MG run, maybe. Hopefully we see a dash here. Alright, fantastic. It's a pretty long corridor to miss out on the dashing. Got RNG from the guard star though. Both runners down to 1 heart here. You need to be a little bit careful. You don't want to start off your run with a death and escape. how many of these fancy key dashes our runners can get here. Ooh, there's a very welcome refill from the heart piece there. It'll be easy to get through to the end now. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going for the key dash. Oh, no, I'm not bringing it up either. Line us up with the torch. Come on now. Right, and there is the map in the very last chest. So, gonna have to open Sanctuary. Get the memory test here. See if our runners remember that they hadn't got the map, because we have got it this time. I've certainly muscle memory the chest, even though I've been conscious that I had not got the map. Right, so Hitsuyan out of escape first. Coming in, I think about a 5:18 there through the door. Fox is less than 10 seconds behind. Certainly, no races are won or lost in escape. It's a nice little lead to build. There's a little bit of a cushion. Hitsuyan can make an additional 10-ish seconds of mistakes and still win. You see the map check there. I didn't quite see, but apparently we might have had a couple of our red crystals showing up already. Everyone's doing the bonk roach check here. Probably going to pull some trees and check some bush crabs. Those parts, I believe, are the tier 2 tree pull. It's usually what you're on after coming out of escape. And bush crabs have a bunch of bombs for us. I missed the lumberjack item there, but hopefully I can see it on Fox's side. Okay. Big old hard container. Fox goes down to take a good look at it. But we will not be needing that one. Obviously, Aghanim can still be required this speed, depending on where our Dark World access items are. We haven't got to kill Aghanim for that reason. 300 rupees here in the Lost Woods is a nice little starter pack for the money we'll need. We don't have any problems buying bottle merchant item now, and could get us to Zora money pretty quickly. Definitely a big fan of having early Zora money in casual boots, because it's so easy just to water walk out of Ice Rod Cave and do an early Zora area attack. As I predicted, it looks like both of our runners are heading straight to Kakariko. Haven't found any meaningful progression just yet, and just exactly as I say that, there's a mirror in Blind's house. That's a nice one. An important item in general. Having it early just makes the route a lot smoother, especially in the early Dark World. We can just not isolate a bunch of mirror checks that we have to come back for later. Going to blow close to Blind's house in speed there. Back from the Hundo run. There's a glove in the well. And a lamp. So Hera is kind of beckoning here. We've got the ability to climb the mountain logically and a mirror to get there. Yeah, Fox finally does the map check and yeah, confirmed red crystals at Eastern Desert and a regular crystal at Hera. What the pendants being in the Dark World could potentially make for a fast seed. Obviously, the light world dungeons can be a little quicker. Anything else going to show up at the end of this loop here, or are we going to be saving and quitting and seeing where we go next? Alright, save and quit to Link's house from Hitsuyan. I'm going to go ahead and head south here. It looks like Fox might be going for those rupees. 300 rupees there on the race game. Hitsuyan decided to abandon them, but Fox seems interested. And there's 100 in the dam for the reward there. Just 3 away from Zora money now. In fact, it would have been enough for Fox, so we'll probably not feel great about spending the time grabbing these. Assuming that he goes to the dam before South Shore. Could, of course, make the play just straight to Mini Moldon Cave now. Looks like we're going to see Dam into Agina here from Hitsuyan. Yeah, the Agina play sometimes can be a bit of an insurance play. Like if you, it's really easy just to leave a very early available item in Agina's cave forever. So just going a little bit out of your way to check it early can just keep you safe if something's here. Looks like Fox is going up the mountain, so. Definitely a fan of beating dungeons at the first opportunity, and it seems like Fox agrees with me. Meanwhile, Hitsu saving and quitting back to Link's house. This is probably going to be the South Shore. Mini Moldon Cave, probably round to Ice Rod Cave, maybe even water walking to Zora afterwards. So quite a big divergence here. We'll see if either runner finds a payoff for their route. I'm a little bit torn about this early mountain play on Fox's side, because, as I say, I do love beating Crystal Dungeons as soon as you get the opportunity. Like, if the progression is just in there, then why not get it while also doing the things you need to be doing? On the other hand, could be nice to just wait to come up the mountain here until we have a hookshot or a hammer to do east side while we're here. But obviously, getting the save and quit is a nice bonus as well. Looks like we have a bow over on Hitsuyan's side there. There are progressive bows in this mode, so another bow is out there somewhere. But yeah, obviously with that one being where it is, seems like nobody's ever going to miss out on it. Fox will probably get there before too long. Seems like the most likely next play after Hera here. One item and a big key in downstairs Hera is pretty nice to see. It means there's a pretty high chance of getting to skip the basement here. Yeah, Hitsuyan doing exactly what I predicted here, and there's the Titan's Mitt sat up on top of Lake Hylia Island. So that's one of the potential ways into the Dark World not available to us, so depending on where the hammer is, we could be back into Aghanim land. Needs to be a little bit careful there. Gonna go ahead and grab a couple of hearts here before the Moldon fight. Like that. Don't want to take any chances. A death here would be pretty costly, actually. Have to reclimb the whole tower. There's a hookshot on Zora. So there is a payoff for the route divergence there. Hitsu will be able to Herapot and also go to right side of Death Mountain on the first trip. And here comes Hitsu up the mountain. So yeah, going to have a bit of a faster time doing Hera. I actually didn't notice if the second item in Hera got found. Okay, Fox is going back in, so that answers the question for me. It did not. And Fox is not going to skip the basement. Fox showing more discipline here than I would, I think. Having not done South Shore yet, I think I'd have just left this basement forever and lost to it when it's something good. Being thorough in the other game just makes a ton of sense though as well, obviously without a Moon Pearl or a Hammer yet. Like, you don't want to just isolate that one thing and, you know, not be able to get to Dark World early. But it's just some bombs. Oh, we saw the Dark World map check from Hitsuyan there. I don't think Fox did that. I think I saw Pendant in Turtle Rock and Skullwoods. Okay, and Pod was the green. Thank you, chat. Shouts to my my tracker here today as well, Nervan Dolk. It's a big help, obviously, with you know, doing comms all by myself. Definitely nice to, you know, not to at least have that burden. To gets the Herapot set up there. Having to come back for the basement as well. This Herapot doesn't save like as much time as it potentially could, assuming the Hitsuyan goes back into the basement, I guess. But so yeah, I'm not confident on the position there for the dash past the bumper. Correcting and walking around makes a lot of sense. Don't want to take any chances. Can lose quite a bit of time getting bumped back down the pit. Obviously, this bow we found now gives us a full clear of Eastern Palace available as well, logically as well, because of the lamp. So there's another crystal dungeon that we can head to soon. Hopefully, Fox still decides to go to Zora there. Worth noting, even though Hitsuyan water walks to Zora, that hookshot is in logic, because the glove that we have gives access to that location. You don't actually logically need the flippers, obviously, because Zora has the flippers in the vanilla game. It'd be a bit awkward if he was inaccessible without them. Also spying those Titan's mitts there. Moon Pearl still hasn't shown up yet either, so Moon Pearl and Hammer are the two things that we're chasing the most. like our two runners are actually going to end up pretty much tied here, having gone through the things that the other one has done. So, Fox coming. Oh, I guess Hitsu is up by the Agina's cave check. That's all. But yeah, we're gonna keep diverging here, which makes a lot of sense. Obviously, Hitsuyan was already up the mountain, may as well do east side here. But Fox gonna go ahead and beat Eastern Palace. Nothing exciting is Sahasrara's Closet. Like Hyena's Cave, Sahasrara's Closet is another early check that you can very much want to put off until you can clear Eastern, so sometimes you leave important things there for a while. Not today, though. Alright, we have a Master Sword on East Death Mountain. So, you know, my Aghanim senses are tingling. We know that we can't get the Titan's Mitts, and still no sign of a hammer, or a Moon Pearl for that matter. Could be Moon Pearl on Pyramid even at this point. There's still plenty of checks to do before that becomes the scenario. I definitely could not see what was on Floating Island there. I don't think it was visible on the crop that I have here. Alright, Fox correctly recognizing he has a hookshot here, doing the south route in the east wing of Eastern Palace. Alright, meanwhile Hitsuyan gets done with the Death Mountain checks, gonna save him quick to Link's house and probably follow Fox to Eastern. I think Hitsuyan's going straight to the dungeon. Go ahead and take care of Sahasrara on the way out. This is a route that you see more commonly when when Eastern Palace is the green pendant. Then you can just go and hand it in straight away. In this case, I'm not sure that there's a huge advantage to doing the dungeon first, but it's not a huge difference either way. I am reliably told by my trusted chat room here that it is slightly faster to do it this way. I don't know, I only know time saves that come up in an MG. You need a glove to take that route, which we don't have at that point of an MG run, so I would have no idea if it was faster or not. Right, and yeah, Fox holds the second crystal aloft. And is probably just going to go back to this game of, yep, following each other's footsteps. Back up the mountain, presumably here, yep. So our runners are doing all the same checks, just in slightly different order here. And they're probably going to end up being quite even. And it looks like this was the God Eastern as well. I didn't notice it really on Fox's side, but yeah. All the items coming up get to skip the vanilla big key chest. The map and the compass being on the boss and in the vanilla big key chest. Welcome in, Raiders, from SpeedGaming 2. Yes, I'm pretty sure between the two runners we have now seen all of the checks, so yeah, Aghanim play incoming. I admire that ambitious bomb placement from Fox there, just hope the mini-Moldon would walk into it, but it wasn't to be. So Hitsuyan about to get confirmation. Okay, looks like there was nothing on Floating Island. About to get confirmation that this is, in fact, an Aghanim seed. Fox still hasn't been to Agina's cave. Be interesting to see if he just makes the Aghanim play. With the hook shot, you have so many checks in the Dark World, it's unlikely to come up. I would guess that Fox just goes Aghanim here, rather than going to Agina. But we'll see. Alright, looks like Fox is going to clean up the Agina check. Certainly understand this play. Obviously, if the hammer is here, then... Oh, we haven't got Moonpearl either. No, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about this play. Obviously, there are still progression items that could be here that unlock other things, but it seems to me that that the Aghanim play is... Although I guess if the Moonpearl is here, you have to come and do this either way. Yeah, I don't know. I certainly don't think this is, like, the terrible play. It's going to put Fox a decent bit behind. Sugan's lead here, based mostly on just a slightly more efficient series of checks. Fox obviously had to make that extra one-off trip for Aghanim, and also didn't have the hook shot the first time up the mountain. This is certainly a lead that can be overturned. Just half an Aghanim's tower climb is all that's between them right now. And assuming that the Moonpearl shows up on the pyramid, the runners will have to decide whether to dip pod or not. It's like the main consideration here. Do you just go north and do your loop with the hook shot, or do you go into Pass of Darkness without a hammer first? Let's see if Aghanim wants to be kind to us today, or if he wants to waste some of our time. Blue balls are seeded, so both players will get the same number. I believe they'll get exactly the same RNG from Aghanim entirely. So yeah, any blue balls that show up are just wasting everybody's time. Alright, looks like a nice clean 0. Nobody's time wasted today. There's no refill animation at the top of the pyramid here because of the lack of a moon pearl. And indeed, there it is. We're going to gain link state while hopping off this ledge here. And yeah, now it's time to make that decision. And we're going south. Hitsuyan is feeling the Palace of Darkness today. The Vanilla Moon Pearl is in the Tower of Hera Big Chest. I'm sure more than a few casual players have failed to find that during their trip through Hera and have been very confused when killing Aghanim. Alright, Hitsuyan entering pod here. Didn't have a ton of rupees to spare. Is this just a misclick from Fox here? Yes, okay. I'm not entirely sure why you want to mirror that. Catching up on the Dark World map check. Could inform the decision here for pod or not. Definitely think it's a nicer play to make when it's a pendant, but looks like Fox still not interested. So, more divergence. Yeah, there's a few other places that Moon Pearl could have been there. Like, the pyramid could have had... it could have had Mushroom that led to Moon Pearl. It could have had Hammer with Moon Pearl on Magic Bat. Flute with... sorry, not... Flippers with it on Hobo. One or two places. There's a nice little tempered sword for Fox on Catfish there. I've missed exactly where the keys were in pod here. Yeah, okay. I missed the important thing there. Yeah, Hitsuyan does in fact have a hammer, and also by the looks of it, a big key. What a layout. Just going to go ahead and go straight to the boss here, which is an interesting decision because the dungeon is still a pendant. Like, beating pod definitely not needed here. It certainly could have been a tempting play just to clear out the rest of the checks and then leave the boss. Yeah, that is true though. There is a guaranteed item on the boss here because of the green pendant. And it's obviously easy just to turn it in right now as well. Meanwhile, Fox gonna go ahead and continue the loop here, as you kind of have to do at this point. Obviously, we know that the hammer isn't showing up. There's a potential fancy play Fox could make here. I have no idea if it's good or not. Just go into the Skullwoods area, set up a water walk, and then get the item from Hylia Island via water walk, then you've got your mitts. which gives you better dark world access going forwards. Hitsuyan, meanwhile, has Helmasaur kills, picks up that green pendant. Yeah, going to go back into the dungeon to start with, though. Finish off the checks in here. And then almost assuredly going over to Sahasrara to cash in that green pendant. Well, Fox has got one of the items out of Skullwards there in the form of that rupee, and there's a boomerang. Alright. Skullwards clear. Yeah, Fox just going to go ahead and carry on to Village of Outcasts. The vanilla way to get the Skullwards big chest, you drop down a pit in the overworld and like come to the chest from above, like you can pull a lever and it opens up the wall there. There's an ether medallion on chest game. I'm gonna need a medallion this seed, with Misery Mire being a crystal. No way of knowing which one yet, though. Looks like Hitsuyan has also found a set of flippers in pod there, so a couple of items. Yeah, Fox, I think, got a little bit tricked here by the prospect of Magic Bat, but you need either the mitts or the hammer. Oh, looks like we had a cape on Sahasrara there, which is interesting. We've already seen the item on Bumper Cave, Fox's side, so I guess it's not important here. The green pendant's not being a huge payoff today. So Fox could save some time later. Obviously, he obviously has to get himself to pod pretty soon, but could save some time by not killing Helmasaur. Not going to be required here, unless Pale ends up being alive, I suppose. So Yang, meanwhile, actually has a full set of equipment for Swamp Palace now, which could well be the follow-up to Hype Cave here. Those flippers and that hammer in pod, allowing for a full clear of Swamp Palace right now. I've certainly not been item counting in Thieves Town here. Obviously, without the hammer here, Fox potentially leaving an item locked inside Big Chest. If anyone spotted how many items were in the front, it would be a big help. Obviously, one of the 4 chests in front has to be the big key. It's the compass in the attics. There's one of the other dungeon items as well. No small key yet, though. That's the most important one to look out for, because it can't be on the boss. So at this point, it's either locked inside the big chest itself and inaccessible, or it's in Blind's cell. I'm sure Fox is hoping it's locked inside the big chest here. The prospect of having to come back here with a hammer later is not a fun one. Right, and there's 50 rupees. So, yeah, Fox gets away with not having a hammer in Thieves Town here. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan on the way over to left side swamp. Not gonna chance any skips here. We have pendants at Turtle Rock and Skullwards here, so in principle at least, the Fire Rod might not be required this seed. Certainly doesn't come up a lot. Given that we know where the mitts are, and they're actually accessible to Hitsuyan with those flippers, we're only looking for the Cane of Samaria and the Flute here. Between the two players, at least, for Go mode. Potentially the Quake Medallion, I suppose, depending on how to get into Misery Mire. Alright, Hitsuyan picking up a heart container there over on left side swamp. Not the most exciting set of things over there, but Fox deciding he doesn't need a heart container that was on the dig game. With all the goodies being in part here, Fox is going to kind of get funneled into there pretty quickly. After finishing this loop around the Dark World here, not actually a lot he can do other than go to where the items are. So getting the bomb set up for Diver down there nicely. Meanwhile, Fox, yeah, coming round to the end of the loop here. Having gone all the way around the Dark World and not really found much of use. Looks like Fox might be trying to set up a fake flipper situation here to sequence break this this Titan's mitt, and yeah, gets a nice little splash delete there. But yeah, you're not able to use the mirror in the water. Is in fact how that works. Now, which is why you can water walk to it, can't fake flippers to it. Not a huge deal here, though. Obviously, that's a little bit of time lost to trying to set it up, but ultimately going to be able to grab the flippers from inside part here. Be interesting to see if Fox kills the boss or not. Certainly a way to get some time back here would be to leave Helmasaur well alone. And Hitsuyan is done with Swamp Palace. Is probably going to go ahead and head over to Hylia Islands to get his Titan's mitts legitimately now. Oh, it looks like we found the big key in the back, so have to come back in for the big chest. But yeah, now Hitsuyan heads over here. Grab this Titan's Mitt. Could actually just run this straight into Ice Palace as well. The Mitt's obviously the last thing we need to get in there. Having the Bombos Medallion means it is in fact full clearable. I've not seen the bow dash into the Mimic Room strat that Fox did there before, so it's a nice one. Alright, looks like Fox is leaving the boss B for now, at least. So yeah, could get some time back here, if he decides not to kill Helmasaur. I imagine, with the hammer already found, plus the flippers that we know are coming, I imagine he would choose to bail. The flipper's obviously locking the Titan's Mitts as well, at which point you've just got a million checks that aren't Helmasaur King. So yeah, meanwhile, having to do Ice Palace here the old-fashioned way. No Cane of Samaria for Icebreaker here, so gotta do the retro Ice Palace bomb jump. Get out of there. So yeah, as long as Pedestal doesn't end up being live, Fox has successfully saved some time there. Hitsu not hitting the bomb jump first try here. Gotta get yourself right up against that pit there. I'm not sure if this is too far away. Okay, that works. For a trick as precise as Ice Palace bomb jump, there's actually quite a lot of setups that work. Alright, Fox is actually showing us a new check here, which I imagine Hitsuyan will head to immediately after after Ice. Okay, there's our last sword. Fox with the huge combat advantage. Should make pretty short work of some boss fights coming up. Sword's probably in actually a slightly unfortunate place for Fox there, though, because it means that I assume Hitsuyan's going to go and immediately get that, which makes the other sword on Catfish pretty skippable. Like Hitsu might just get to, might never go to Catfish and won't get punished for it, because Tempered Sword is like Gold Sword is not a huge upgrade on Tempered, basically. Fox also making the Ice Palace play next. Wouldn't be at all surprised to see Fox go over to Swamp after this as well, while Hitsu probably goes to Village of Outcasts, and once again the runners will start to converge. Catching up on the checks the other one's done. Fox, are those arrows really worth it? Sometimes it's the principle of the matter. You don't want to be beaten once you've tried to get them. Much kinder RNG and bombable floor from Fox there, getting to show off the fast way of doing the room. Oh, Fox got a much faster Ice Palace bomb jump initially, but then unfortunately hookshotting into the pit there. I was just about to say that that Fox was gaining some time back in execution here, but that's a little bit costly. So yeah, I'm grabbing that extra magic pot there. Not hugely important here. Fox showing off the stair clip. But yeah, the Bombos version of the cold stair fight does not need a full tank of magic. So yeah, and losing at least a little bit of time to the sword disadvantage here, having to chase cold stair around with the hammer here. Fox should be able to get the quick kill with a better sword. Alright, and cold stair has us a mushroom. It's another check that's a little out of the way for us right now. Could potentially tempt Hitsuyan up to catfish. Could turn in the mushroom along the way. Or could just go through the warp. Or could just ignore it forever. Plenty of options. But yeah, Hitsuyan is indeed heading straight to Hobo after ice, so going to go ahead and get a tempered sword. Right, Hitsuyan says mountain time. Interesting. There's yeah, a few checks here up on Dark World Death Mountain. But yeah, a little bit surprised this is happening before the trip over to Villager Outcasts. Yeah, I don't really, I don't know my my icebreakerless Ice Palace routing well enough to say if what Fox is doing here is good or not. Alright, there's the Cane of Samaria. Up on Dark World Death Mountain, so that's some nice payoff for coming up here. I don't know about this route from Fox, but my guess is that Fox just doesn't play as much rando, so might not be, super familiar with what to do in situations like that, and is just like going with the route that he came up with that he knows works, as opposed to, actually trying to figure out exactly what's optimal. Alright, we're going to see Spike Cave from Hitsuyan here as well. Nothing doing there, though. Yeah, that's true. Fox's rando gameplay also often involves things like no logic, where the routing is a little bit different. When the walls are any suggestions, you can take some slightly faster routes to places. Yeah, much faster boss fight from Fox there, thanks to all of those swords. We're going to get a Luck Fairy sighting here. Huge bombs. The MSU is Stardew Valley. Yeah. It is nice and chill. Alright, and once again, the players are going to the dungeons that the other ones have already beaten. Fox heading into Swamp, Hitsu heading into Thieves Town. The big question now is, where is the flute? Potential final piece of the puzzle. So there's the Ether Medallion on Hitsuyan's side. Obviously, Fox already has it. And it's interesting to see if Fox does... Well, I guess Fox will have to go up the mountain at some point to get that Cane of Samaria. Whether he chooses to dip into the available check in Turtle Rock, because obviously he's already got the medallion, whereas Hitsuyan didn't have it when he was up there. It's a potential location that could be a big advantage for Fox if it pays off. Yeah, Thieves Town Big Chest did not have an item. It has the small key. Yeah, I think Flute in Thieves Town Big Chest would just about end the game on the spot, but that's not what's about to happen. Right, Fox, back or left? Back, okay. It's actually going to work out reasonably well for Fox, whether he chooses to come back in for left side or not, because the big key is in the back here. So a second trip into the dungeon is required for all the checks anyway. Oh, never mind. No, not never mind. I thought Fox was about to backtrack to Big Chest and then decided against. Hitsuyan, meanwhile, just having a nice clean little thieves' town there. Already seen all of these checks on Fox's side. Just needs to go and claim a crystal. The woman in Thieves' Town is just the maiden. Like, you save a maiden at the end of all the Dark World dungeons. And Blind is obviously disguised as that maiden to try and trick you. Alright. Fox finished with Swamp Palace, but there are still 3 items left inside, so I wouldn't be surprised to see back in. Yeah. Hitsuyan was eyeing up Smith Chain there. There's, or maybe just hammer pegs and not Smith Chain. Either way, it'll be new checks. Yeah, coming down here. Yeah, I guess you want to do dig game first, but wouldn't be too surprised to see. In fact, the fact that he's not done hammer pegs already suggests to me that he will be back in for Smith Chain. Otherwise, you probably just do hammer pegs on the way down here. But yeah, probably seeing Smith, hammer pegs, magic bat, and purple chest here. 4 brand new checks on Hitsuyan's side. Hitsu did do left side swamp, yes. He did it first and then came back in with the big key for the big chest. So Fox misses out on getting to do Diver Down, but doesn't have to make a... Or, I guess, didn't have to make, like, the extra trip just for big chest, so... Alright, Smith's working on some silver arrows this time. It's a reasonable one. And there's the Quake medallion on Magic Bat. So, guaranteed entry to Misery Mire now. We are only looking for the flute. Looks like with Fox coming back around this way, it's going to be Smith Chain for him as well. You've seen either runner turn in their mushroom yet. It's another check that could certainly be something. Hitsuyan comes with the mirror for the purple chest dupe. As long as you mirror close enough to this guy, you can turn in the purple chest on the first frame before it despawns, and you can just abandon it in the dark world on your way there. Xian on the way up to Catfish here, presumably going to turn in Mushroom along the way and then get that gold sword that Fox has had for a little while. Or maybe not get the gold sword if Flute is just here on Mushroom turn-in. It's not, but the book is. That is an interesting one. So there's Desert Palace. Plus a couple of awkward checks on tablets. Right, Fox is up the mountain. That's good. It's one of the places he needed to come. Gotta get that Cane of Samaria from Hookshot Cave. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Fox has the opportunity here to dip into Turtle Rock. Obviously no rods at all, but there is at least one check available. Let's see where Hitsuyan feels like going next. It's probably going to be Desert Palace. Fox must have just been maybe a pixel too high to open up the dungeon there, unfortunately. Gotta watch the ether animation a second time. Nice shovel. Yeah, I would say Hitsuyan has a lead right now, but it obviously depends on where the Flute is. But yeah, Hitsu has done most of the checks Fox has done, plus a handful more. And yeah, obviously if the book leads Hitsuyan astray, then maybe that's a thing, but obviously the desert here is just a crystal dungeon anyway, so it's not like it's a complete waste of time doing it right now. Alright, and Fox taking the plunge here suggests that he is in fact going to enter Turtle Rock, which is, I like this. I like this play a lot. It is brand new checks, and if there's a Flute waiting here... Hitsuyan eating a shot from the Beamos there, trying to grab arrows when he was already at full. ₹50. Fox. I think we're done here. This door is locked. Yep. Okay, gonna mirror out. This probably means Spike Cave. We've already seen that on Hitsuyan's side. Yeah, chat pointing out there that Hitsuyan's probably still ahead, or maybe even further ahead if Pedestal is the answer, having already beaten one of the pendant dungeons. On the other hand, if Pedestal is the answer, it means that we need to find both of the rods somewhere as well, so a little way off that right now. Whoever gets to those first could be the leader. Let's see what's on Fox's mind here. Is this the mushroom as well? So Yan back into the front of desert here. Looking for more stuff. Not got all the items out of there just yet. Does have his crystal though. Looks like Fox is going to be following in those footsteps. So if the ice is here in desert, Hitsuyan's definitely ahead, but not insurmountably. And the answer is here in desert. So, yeah, see you later, Pedestal. That is, in fact, go mode. We'll see if Fox chooses to do right side of desert before killing the boss. Could save a small bit of time from that situation. Yeah, that's true. Chat pointing out that Fire Rod could be logically required, depending on the Ganos Tower big key location, but it is sequence breakable. We can do a little bomb jump and use our lamp. I imagine both of our runners know what's up there, can do that. It looks like Maya was Quake. The last of the medallions to be found. Looks like Fox is going to go ahead and go right side desert before the back, so going to save a little bit of routing time over Hitsuyan here. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan is into Misery Maya and looking for a big key. The first of 2 big key hunts we have to close out the seed. Only get to go mode 1 dungeon here. That is not the door you wanted to walk out of, Fox. Wait, no, actually, maybe it was. Yeah, you want to save and quit here, right? Yeah. Then you activate the flute and can just mirror into the back of desert. Rather than doing an extra trip through. Suspect this is faster. How much faster? I have no idea. Hitsuyan making every effort here to skip all of the Firelocks checks in Maya because of the lack of a Fire Rod. And there is the big key. We're not going to get to see spooky action here. Again, because of the lack of a fire rod. I'm going to have to do my the conventional way. I see some Samaria strats in Maya 2 from Fox here. Nice room. Unfortunately, that Popo ran back and made Fox double back, but it was well executed. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan coming up on Vitreous here should make short work of the fight with those silver arrows. Be a little careful here. His eyeballs do hit pretty hard, but yeah, shouldn't be a problem. There we go. That is all of the crystals. So Hitsuyan, the first one on the way to Gan's Tower here. I don't know if we have any kind of formalized GT bit key guessing game here, but go ahead and throw some numbers in chat. Just gonna try and squeeze out this tank of magic to make these torches light. Fox might actually be tempted to cutscene chest here because of the lack of magic. Okay, not going to be suckered in. So there's Fox's big key. Going to go ahead and go for this rail clip here. Getting bullied by the fire snake because, you know, always. Why would the game let you do the fun thing? Interesting to see if the lack of a fire rod affects Hitsuyan's Gan's Tower route here. I would definitely be tempted to just do hope left no matter what here. Just like try not to have to do the bomb jump. Looks like Hitsuyan is doing Hope Room first. Yeah, and as expected, even though there was a small key there, I'm not going to go ahead and go right side first. So there was 2 checks. Number 3 here is the torch. Number 7. Lucky number 7 is our winner today. Anyone say that? Knuten. Congratulations. So yeah, Hitsuyan starting climbing here. Fox still has to go ahead and finish up Desert Palace, so I mean, it's not over till it's over, but this one looks to be a pretty solid lead here from Kitsu. Fox gets the Silver Arrows Wanmo fight, picks up his final crystal. Gonna be heading onto Ganon's Tower himself. If you'd like seeing that Wanmo fight, here's another one. Hitsuyan, similarly good execution. Gotta get right close to the pit there to actually light those torches with the lamp. Looks like Fox is going to be coming up on GT here just as Hitsuyan enters the mold on 2 arena. 2 slashes with gold sword, good enough. Yeah, Fox is probably going to take the same GT route here. Just makes a lot of sense to have the Fire Rod. It's a pretty convoluted process to do the bomb jump to get right side. Maybe not. Yeah, Fox is going for it. This could be a bit of a gamble play. Fox might feel behind, and obviously we know that Fox indeed is behind, but this is not going to pay off. To answer the chat question there, Casual Boots is the name of the mode of randomizer we're playing. It just means that you start with the boots and a sword, and have to do escape at the start of the seed. Setting up this bomb jump here, starting off by entering from the top of the room. Got to line up with the pit here. Come across, wait for the Wall Master. Right, Hitsuyan done with Ganon's Tower, dropping in to fight the pig. Gold Sword, Silver Arrows should make it a pretty chill fight. Nice dash traps there, doesn't get bamboozled by the rando bats. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, no, we're good. And giving us the business with the warps today. Alright, chill out. Alright, Fox has successfully found the big key, heading on upstairs. Hitsuyan hitting the torch glitch. Not usually that important with silvers, but we don't need lamp and not fire rod here. It's just nice if you have to light the torches more than once to be able to do it easily enough. Right. This should do it. Resorting to the menu there rather than the quick swap to make sure, and we're done. Just gotta walk across that bridge successfully to claim the win here. Congratulations, Hitsuyan, clocking in with a racetime.gg official time of 1:26:29. Looks like Fox is going to carry on here. Obviously, being halfway up GT, you may as well play it out. And yeah, Hitsuyan claiming the win here, advancing to the quarterfinals. I believe our first confirmed quarterfinalist for the Casual Boots tournament here. Hitsuyan will advance to face the winner of Ace Zero versus Blaine. Looks like we've got Ace in chat here. Good luck against Blaine. He's certainly a fierce competitor. It's like Fox having a little bit of a rough time with the torches here. Just more used to doing that room with a fire rod to switch to. Alright, looks like we're joined by our winner today, Hitsuyan. Congratulations.
Yo, thanks. GG's.
Yeah, so how'd you feel about that one?
Yeah, I think I feel pretty good after seeing that Maya was Quake. Because maybe you do just ice and turn in the mushroom and dip the mountain and hit go mode.
Yeah, there were a few things about your route that really worked out today. Like we saw Fox go to the mountain before going to South Shore, so didn't have the hook shot on the first mountain trip. We also saw him not go to pod immediately in Dark World, which obviously worked out pretty well for you.
But overall, I don't feel great because I was not on point like with my execution, especially at the start, I think. Really bad escape.
Yeah, casual boost escape is it's just a weird thing sometimes. It's I don't know, just not used to doing it that often.
Yeah, I got clinked from the guard in like the hallway on the way down and the way back, so...
Yeah, we actually saw both of you at 1 heart at one point during escape, but there were luckily 4 pieces of heart in there, so you got a refill halfway through. Right, Fox is into the Ganon fight here, gets to experience all those wonderful warps.
Yeah, the warps at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't counting. I guess I can count them now on Fox's side, but there were a lot. There were like 5 or 6 just on the last one alone, right?
Also, did Fox found Fire Rod?
No. Yeah, neither of you saw the Fire Rod. I'm trying to work out where it was. I guess it could just have been in the rest of GT. Yeah, Fox actually went right side in GT, like, you know, after Hope Room went right, which I assume was a gamble play. Did the bomb jump to gamble on Compass Room.
Oh, okay. That's a good time game. It's the Fire Rod is not on left side and there's the big key. I was even thinking of opening Maya Shed maybe and checkerboard for Fire Rod maybe. Because sometimes you mess up the bomb jump like 1 or 2 times and then you lose a lot of time. Because you need to run down every time you fall down there.
Yeah, it's true. It definitely can lose you a lot of time. All right, GG's to FoxLisk here, crossing the bridge in a race time approved time of 1:32.24. See if Fox wants to join us here as well. Yeah, do you have any other thoughts on what happened there?
Nah, not really. My English is also not so great that I can like speak really well about the seed or how my thinkings are, you know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Sometimes you just have to make the plays in the moment and can't really justify them afterwards. But yeah, I think a few of your, as I mentioned, a few of your routing things just worked out really nicely. Like having the hook shot for the first mountain trip and the early pod dip were definitely, I think, the biggest factors in gaining you the time. And you just kind of maintained that lead for most of the seed.
Yeah, to be honest, I never played Fox and I never heard before about him, so I was just playing safe the game, and with my choices I never skipped something, I think, when I was at the location where some items are.
Yeah, it's certainly a fine way to play. Yeah, obviously, I know a bit about Fox. He's more of a glitched modes player and a speedrunner. Ah, here we go. Fox
Hey, GG's.
joins us right now. GG.
GG's.
I played really badly and also last located everything, so not a big surprise that you crushed me.
Yeah, I played also not good, but I don't last located, I think.
That's good. I think I last located 2 things and was down to 2 locations for a 3rd thing. Just like couldn't find anything. So, you know, whatever.
Yeah, Rob said I had the hook shot, I think, on the mountain before. You had a double dip there at the start already.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I only had Pendant Pod and Mushroom Turn-In left when I did Mushroom Turn-In, I think.
Oh no. No way.
Yeah. I don't know.
I went
whatever.
immediately to pot.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, I did pod really late.
Like, we got the bow, nothing was in eastern really, then the moon palace also on the ledge there, mids on island. And I don't know, then I was just like going to pot, hoping there's like one item. Like there's always one item. most
Right.
of the time. So
Yeah. Oh well. I did better than I expected to in this tournament. You get to go on to the top 8, so congrats.
Yeah, I mentioned before you were in here, it's Ace Zero or Bwain up next. How are you feeling about those potential matchups?
pretty scary about Brain, to be honest. I just hope I can play against my old teammate, Ace Zero, from the league, to have a fun matchup. I think that would be more interesting for the viewers to see Brain will just crush me.
Yeah, sometimes rando just
In a
randos though, right?
normal seat, he
Everybody's
will
beatable.
crush me.
All right, do either of you have anything else to add?
No, that's it. Thanks for the game. Thanks for restream and stuff. GG's.
Yeah, thank you for the commentary, restream, tracking.
All right, I'm being told by my producers at SpeedGaming here to hype the next event, which is a Pokemon Crystal Bingo event. So anybody wants to stick around for that, then please do. And yeah, there's also plenty more Link to the Past randomizer from this tournament and others coming up on various SpeedGaming channels. So yeah, enjoy all of that, and I will see you another time, I'm sure. And yeah, let's call that a night.